Hey, deserving listeners, 90 Day Fiancé, The Single Life. Let's watch.
Don't cry. Sorry. I might be a crybaby. Oh my God. I'm a very emotional guy. Teddy bear, I got you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with crying, regardless of gender, obviously. There's nothing wrong with crying on the first date. I said that when it first happened. There's nothing wrong with Mia being like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. This isn't the sort of person I want to date. This is a turn off, whatever. It's also fine. Dating is what it is. Both people are fine.
And it felt really good to be sitting across on a date with an adult. I'm hopeful, but I've been texting her, kind of a lot, and she's not responding. She's kind of ghosting me. So I don't even know if there'll be a second date.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't seem into him, so I think that it's probably not going to happen. Who knows? He's saying that she's ghosting him. There's different practices, culturally speaking, different ideas of what's ethical in a situation like that. For some people, they'll say, you have to be upfront. You call him, you say, hey, I'm just not into you. Sorry about that. Other people, they don't do that. Some people don't even want you to do that. They'd rather be ghosted than be told, hey, I'm not into you in person. So I think with these sorts of dating situations, blind dates, that kind of thing, Tinder, online dating, it's pretty common that you'll say, sure, maybe we'll meet up for a second date, and then you just don't call them back. I think a quick text to sort of make sure the other person understands right away might be in order. Like, hey, sorry, I'm just not really into this. You seem like a great person, but I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on online dating. I think that helps someone to be able to move on. The other thing is, I don't know if I showed that bit, but he said that it was nice to be across the table from an adult. To be clear, Rose and Liz are and were adults when they were dating Ed. They were just, in their 20s. So I don't know what he means by adult. I think what he's saying is someone his age, which is a more precise way of putting it. And who knows, but is this a glimpse into how he sees things? Like he saw Liz and Rose as not adults, and that was part of the appeal? I don't know.
Somebody with good upbringing, look for somebody perhaps Latino like me. Latino women are faithful to their husbands, faithful to each other. That's so important. That's what you want. That's what I'm wishing for you.
Okay, I don't know what to say about what she's saying about Latina women, but I will say that in mainstream American culture, that includes Latina women, by the way, there are plenty of dedicated people, regardless of gender. So this idea that he has to look for a specific ethnicity to find true love and loyalty is, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I worry that this is going to lead down another road that was similar to Rose and have similar pitfalls, if you know what I mean, but we'll find out.
I would love to have that for me. I would love to find someone that, wants to be a wife, I think my mom's right. The Latina culture, it's all about family and about love and respect. And that is what I need in my life because...
So Rose was very much interested in marriage and was, I thought, seemingly very respectful. I don't know about Liz in marriage, but she was pretty respectful and pretty loyal through some pretty dark times. So this idea that he needs to look for a completely different ethnicity and that will solve all of his problems, I mean, he's free to date who he wants to, but I don't think that would be the thing I'd be focusing on.
I'm not always going to have my mom, and I don't want to die alone. I'm over the young ones, the attractiveness. I want something that's real, that's not going to fade.
A wife that respects you. That's what I want for you.
I want that too.
So, I don't know what to say, but he did say something a little interesting. It's like, I'm over the young and the attractiveness. Like, what would he say if we were to ask him to? I guess I'd be curious I'd be like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by you're over the attractiveness? Tell me more about that. I'm guessing what he would say that I am not going to look purely on looks as a basis for pursuing someone or, trying to see if something would work out. On the other hand, it's possible that he was primarily concerned with attractiveness. And someone commented in a previous video with Ed saying that, there's a aspect of gender in our society, mainstream American society, that says that if you're wanting to appear like you're a cool dude, then you want to have, especially if you're older in your 50s, the younger and more beautiful your spouse is, the more awesome you look. People are like, whoa, that guy must be important. Look at the woman that he's with, and that some people will choose to partner just because of that. And was Ed guilty of that? I don't know. There's so many questions about him because we just really don't have. He doesn't tell us he tells us sometimes what's going on inside, and we could make some speculations based on that. But there's so many questions anyway. But there are possibilities, right? Narcissism, when people suffer from narcissistic personality disorder, they are very focused, and there's there's a spectrum. Very focused or overly focused on how things look, the impression that they're giving to other people, and they will sacrifice everything for that, including, are we compatible? Do I have anything in common with you? Do you even love me? These kinds of things will become eclipsed by I'm sure everyone, when they see me with this person, that they're going to think that I'm awesome because of, look how beautiful and young they are. We can't know if that was a motivation at all for him, but we can wonder. All right, well, that is it for that episode. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.